Good evening, gentlemen. This is Shake Master J coming again with another story of the Heartbreak Kid series. This one, I want to take you back to 2007. If anyone thought that these videos are about me playing victim, well, you won't find me a victim in this video for long. Because I want to make sure that these videos that I make are based off reflection. They're not really depression or anger or anything like that, like what many people have believed that they've taken out of them. But at the end of the day, they're just feelings that I feel. But let me take you back to 2007. I'm going to take you back to my first girlfriend ever. Now, it wasn't a relationship, but I call her a technicality because she became my boyfriend. Wow, I can't believe I said that. No, she became my girlfriend. I became her boyfriend. So, without further ado, let's start. This goes back to 8th grade. 8th grade, man, I was so in my feelings. You know, this is at the time where I was telling my best friend Joey, the one you heard about in my first Heartbreak story, where, you know, he was just like, hey, you know, this, that, and the third, and I'm telling him I'll be with anybody. I don't care. If she asks me out, I'll probably go out with her. I don't know. I just want to be in a relationship that bad. That's just what I want to be. That's the type of guy that I was. I just want to be in a relationship. So, you know, during the time, I was asking out a few girls, a lot of girls. 8th grade, I was asking out so many girls. You know, from Cheyenne DiMaggio, my first story, the whole situation with Rebecca and Kiera. You know what I mean? I was asking out a bunch of girls in my middle school in Jacksonville. I was just going at it, you know what I mean? Just hoping I get some kind of response with little to absolutely no avail whatsoever. And at this time, I had a crush on this girl named Lindsay Henson. And in case you're wondering, no, that's not my first girlfriend. But I've been wanting to ask this girl out for a while. I don't know why, but just a while. Just a while. You know. Then out of nowhere, just out of nowhere, you know, there's this girl named Lanisha Streeter who we were both in class. I took remedial classes in 8th grade before I went back to regular standard classes. At this time, there's this girl named Alicia Streeter. We took the same field. We had the same field of teachers in the class. And she was the girl I had a crush on. The interesting thing about this is not Alicia Streeter, Lanisha Howard. Initially, this girl didn't like me because she felt like I watched a lot of cartoons. And I want to set the record straight. I don't give a fuck how many. I can watch as many cartoons in the world. You're not going to tell me not to watch cartoons ever in your life. Don't start now. You know, I met, you know, I mean, but I don't know. I never thought she was. A lot of people thought she was ugly. I made jokes. You know, me and my friend Joey, one day at lunch, he'd be like, Lanisha, take a bath. Yeah. You know, we were just chilling, whatever, you know. Go to class, do her work. She sees me as nonsense. I don't know what I've done, what I did, what I've done, whatever the case is. All I know personally is I was looking for a girlfriend. I was. And, you know, it is what it is. During this whole time while I'm chasing after Lindsay Henson, because I really like this girl. This is a girl named, my friend Joey pulls me to the side. Because this is strange. She's asking out some dudes, recently she asked out a guy who I can't stand by the name of Deshae Worthen, and always messing with me, the fact that I used to take remedial classes, and I look like some dude that I don't give a fuck about named Darnell with no dress code. It's weird because I used to wear a bunch of weird stuff. I used to wear matching stuff. Like, I learned, come 11th grade, come my 12th grade, once I started listening to more Eminem, I stopped competing with the whole dressing up and designer stuff. Now I was more focused in just wearing, LRG, more of the activist material, and then more deeper Eminem materials like Sweats, and I was huge into Eminem back then. I listened to Eminem when I was in elementary school, but then when I renaissanced myself through his music, I was deep into him. You can, I have my top 10 favorite rappers. I tell you everything. Eminem's number 3 on my list, but this is for the videos and my YouTube channel. This is Heartbreak Kid Stories. So, I wasn't really into dress code. Back then I was. And I felt, since I didn't get the clothes my brother got, the kids weren't impressed. For some strange reason, they just weren't impressed. And it's whatever. So, at the time, she asked out this kid who I didn't care for. And I was in the process of asking out Lindsay. Now FCAT time comes for all you younger people. It's not like you're watching, but FCAT was like the test before the new standard test for Florida. It's the same old shit. Yeah, they changed the test, but it's whatever. But going back to the story, same thing, same standardized testing. Before around this time becomes, I don't know whatever happens, but before this, my friend Joey pulls me aside and says, "Hey, Lanisha wants to tell you something." So I walk over there and then just figure out what's going on. And my friend Joey just looks at me while I'm standing, and we're standing near each other, and Joey's like, and this is like 4th period. What period is this? 5th period. This is 5th period. And my friend Joey was just like, "She likes you, bro." And I'm just like, asking her like 1,000 questions. I'm asking her 21 questions. I'm like, "Do you like me?" She's like, and it's weird because before she did this, she wasn't into me before. Then, I would hear a friend of hers shout out, "Jamil, this girl likes you. This girl likes you." And Nisha would be like, "No, no, no, no." But, "No, I didn't say that. Stop lying." And I'm just like, now usually, and I know a lot of people feel hurt by this, because it really hurts people's feelings, but you go to school, and this would hurt my feelings. You go to school, you see one of the finest girls, you'd be friends with some of these girls, and certain guys would just go up to, and they'd be like, "That's your girlfriend," and the girl would be like, "Ew, no!" You'd be so hurt. That just makes you want to kill yourself. Trust me. You're in high school, you're in elementary school, don't act like you don't have that feeling. Guys do that to girls too. It sucks, because it just hurts their pride. It makes you feel like, "Oh damn, I didn't know you felt that way about me." And I'm thinking you're like one of the most beautiful girls or handsomest men in the world, and you don't feel the same. But Alicia never really did that. But she was more like, don't lie on me. Lanisha, when I'm asking her questions, just nodding her head, and it felt like this wave of confidence, like, yes, yes. Like, you sure? Yes. You're not lying? Yes. You really like me? Yes. I asked again, I think, and she's like nodding her head throughout this whole question. And I'm just standing there like, what am I supposed to do? Something. And Joey's like, say okay. And I said, okay. He's like, good. Just go to your seats. And I'm thinking to myself, what just happened? Now, you see, I've learned really hard. I've learned really well over the years. Life will test you. Life will test you. Why? Because that's the society we live in. Life will just test you. They will test you. You will be tested. And I was tested. They put my theory to test. When I said I would be with any girl, and they did that, and I was just like, no. I failed miserably. I failed that test miserably. You know, because I knew I just wanted to be with a girl I like to be, and not with any girl. Like I said, they knew I was just fronting. When really, you know, I've learned to ask out girls that I've liked. With Cheyenne, I've learned not to just randomly go up to girls. But with Nisha, I learned that I still have standards. And it's not that Lanisha was ugly. I just felt like her demeanor was just too off for me. Something just wasn't right. And thinking that we're not going together, thinking that I'm just letting it blow by, out of nowhere, we go to the 6th period with her, and now she shoots out, oh, we're not going to tell anyone about this. Don't worry. I said, wait, we're going out? Wow. I felt shitty for thinking that in my head. And the whole time, I'm going home just contemplating, oh, shit, I really hope we're not in a relationship. I really hope we're not in a relationship. So meanwhile, next day, because I still have plans on asking out Lindsay Henson, this girl literally asked me out. The day before I asked out Lindsay Henson. That's how fucked up. So I know I wasn't shit in this relationship. I definitely was a terrible boyfriend at the end of the day. So finally, you know, I go, you know, I'm thinking about giving a note to Lindsay. I did sometime in the day, but before that, I couldn't do it in the first period. And she's saying, okay, Lanisha's not going to tell anyone, I'm glad. I see Lindsay, and I'm about to give it a note. Next thing you know, Lanisha comes up to me, and she's like, hey, Jamil, what's up? And I was like, oh, shit, I got to hug her. I don't kiss her. I don't kiss this girl. I hug this woman. What the hell? I hug this woman. And that makes no sense, but I hug this woman. It's weird. So I do, and I'm just feeling crappy the whole time. And as I'm feeling like shit, you know, I see on the top of the level, we have 2 levels in the school, and on the top of the level, I see Lanisha talking to a buddy of mine named Antonio. And I look at him like, I hope she's not talking about me and her being together. or I'll be in some hot water. Sure enough, my first period starts. I go to the gym. I have gym. I go in the locker room, just getting myself dressed, hoping that no one knows. Just keeping to myself, not telling anyone that I have a boyfriend. Too late. Let me tell you something. One thing I did enjoy about being with Lanisha for the 2 days that I was with her, not including the weekend, because I broke up with her Monday. There's a guy named Raheem Grissov. This dude comes towards me with a huge grin, staring at me. He's like, sis, you could just surgically remove. You can't even surgically remove the shit off his face. Old Ice JJ Fish looking ass nigga. Like, you couldn't take the smile off his face. And I'm like, he's just walking towards me slowly throughout all the people just hanging around. He's walking through the crowd, just staring at me. He's not being moved by anybody in his way. Just slowly walking towards me. And he's like, the first thing he said was, Lanisha? I said, oh, damn! Everyone knows now. Dude, she's like, you go out with Lanisha? I had to say, yes, I did. I never thought I'd be with someone like that. Such short, wow. Such interesting matter of time. But the weird part about the situation is while I'm with this girl, the fact that now it felt like Jamil Barletier finally has a girlfriend. It spread around the whole fucking school. I told some people knew. It just went around. People know who she is now. Like, fine. I guess it was in a way where all these girls can feel better about themselves, especially on a certain academic team called the Comet section in JD. There's teams for girls. There's Comets, Hurricane Superstars, and Lightning Bolts. And there's the Wolfpack, whatever team it is. That's the remedial classes. But I've asked out the majority of girls on the Comet section. Superstars were second place. But they seemed like they were relieved. The bottom line was people found they were happy for me or relieved from me. They're either happy for me or relieved from me. Bottom line was, ain't nobody getting asked out. They were dead wrong, but that's what they initially felt. Word was spread around the campfire, and Raheem was telling everybody. And I remember there was a girl named Michelle Smith. She was the sister of a guy named Brian Smith. She walked up to me. She was Lanisha's friend. And she said, "Are you Lanisha's girlfriend?" And I said, "Yes." She pulled me to the side so no other guys could hear me. Or I don't know what the case was. But she said, "Do you like her?" I said, "Yes." "Does she like you?" I said, "Yes." She's asking me these questions. And then she asked me one question that I knew right there I fucked up. I ain't never been out of all the times I've looked like a piece of shit, I looked like the piece of shit in this equation. She asked me if I thought she was pretty. I was quiet. I didn't know what to say. Oh, I knew what to say, I just couldn't say it. I didn't think she was unattractive, but at the time I didn't think she was pretty. But I didn't want to tell her. I didn't want to tell her. And Michelle caught that vibe from me. And it was like, I don't know if it was Making a Murder, but it was a show where Two black women were staring at each other. The judge was a black woman, and I believe the defense attorney, the prosecutor, was a black woman. Or it was her. I think it was the defense attorney. But these two women have a stare down with each other, and they're just like looking at each other with body language, just like kind of like that. And then all of a sudden, the verdict was decided. The case was decided. Boom! They didn't even say anything. It was kind of like that. Like, we were just giving each other body language, and she said, "It's okay. You don't have to answer that." I told her that she was unattractive. I feel terrible for that. And she just skipped away like it's her own business, and no one else knew. At least that time, I felt like it was our little secret. Bottom line was, I felt like crap. I felt like huge crap. But a lot of my friends knew that I finally got a girlfriend. They're happy that I'll never have to be picked on again. Fortunately, though, I still wanted to break up with her. My brother was giving me hell. It's like, this is what happens when you go out with a girl that you just don't want to be with and you're all desperate. But you know what? My brother conned me for having a girlfriend anyway and not being single. I don't know what my brother wanted from me. But all I know is I felt like crap. And, you know, at the end of the day, I knew I was wrong. And I failed that test miserably. You know, when I said I'd go out with anybody, you know, anyone says they'll go out with anybody, don't say that. You're lying to yourself. You're honestly lying to yourself. And that was the test I was given by the universe, was that, do I really want to go out with anybody? Or am I just don't want to be alone, that I'll find anybody? Bottom line was, there was nothing wrong with having a preference. Physical attraction will get your attention, and a wonderful personality will keep it. Simple as day. You know, at the end of the day, I should have been honest and say that I was not interested in being in a relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what you want, but I didn't know that because I was so blinded by the fact that I just wanted to be in a relationship, because I was tired of seeing people together and me not being a part of that crowd. And you want to know the sad part about it? This girl cheated on me. Now, I want to let you know something. There's going to be plenty of heartbreak stories that I told you. When I told you my first story, my second, and the 3-part stories. You know, I told you a lot. But that was sad, because Monday I really wanted to break up with her. And when a friend of mine named Letitia Streeter pulled me to the side and told me what Lanisha was doing, sleeping with a guy, you know, letting a guy play with her on the bus way home, and then sleeping with her in the neighborhood, I did not feel heartbroken at all. I was happy. I literally was happy that she cheated on me, because this gave me a reason to, 1, break up with her, and 2, not get back with her again. Hold on, let me do it again. Okay, let me stop. I was never heartbroken by this girl. I was the asshole in this whole thing, because I wanted to break up with her. I didn't want to be with her, but I forced myself to be with her for some kind of stepping stone plan that didn't work. Now, there was an original stepping stone plan, but I'll save that one for another time. All I know is I was glad to break up with her. I was glad she cheated on me. But I learned a very valuable lesson. Pick who you want to be with. And I hope you guys feel the same way too. I can't teach you or help you. I can try, But at the end of the day, you got to pick the person you've got to be with. You know, it's very important. You can't just date anyone. You can't just be with anyone. You got to be with the right person. So with that being said, to all my fans out there who've been watching my video, I thank you. Because sure, people can tell me, oh, you only have 20 views, you only have 3 views, not many people watching your videos. It's not about that. It's about those who are. Those 3 in 20 people that are watching my video. Because those are loyal listeners who are interested in stories that I gotta say. And I thank you guys. Jacqueline, Jeremy, Jamaican Gamer, I see y'all. Loyal listeners every day. And there are more stories like this. I hope you guys are pushed to make decisions that you guys don't make. I hope you guys make the decisions that are right for you. Because every year, and this is at the end of the day, this is what this series is all about. Getting wiser to my decision, knowing my decision. And for you guys, I want all the certain viewers to learn this and know this right now. Smart man learns from the mistakes of others, but the wise man don't copy. With that, Shake Master J signing off with a crotch grab.